So today we're thinking on Sunday the 21st of February, and we're thinking about the feeding of the 5,000, and I'm going to share that Bible reading with you in just a couple of minutes. But the phrase from our way of life that we're focusing on today is eating together and bringing what we have. So the Bible reading is from Matthew chapter 14, verses 13 to 21, and it says this. As soon as Jesus heard the news, he went off by himself in a boat to a remote area to be alone. But the crowds heard where he was headed and followed by land from many villages. A vast crowd was there as he stepped from the boat, and he had compassion on them and healed their sick. That evening, the disciples came to him and said, "This is a desolate place and it's getting late. Send the crowds away so they can go and get some food." But Jesus replied, "That isn't necessary. You feed them." "Impossible," they exclaimed. "We have only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish." "Bring them here," he said. Then he told the people to sit down on the grass, and he took the 5 loaves and 2 fish, looked up toward heaven, and asked God's blessing on the food. Breaking the loaves into pieces, he gave some of the bread and fish to each disciple, and the disciples gave them to the people. They all ate as much as they wanted, and they picked up 12 baskets of leftovers. This story is about abundance. It's about God giving us abundantly when we share and we choose to share our lives with others. And just a reminder that when we invite people around for dinner, when we're allowed to again, it's not about a dinner party, but it's about sharing our life. It's saying to somebody else, we want you to be part of our life and part of this journey as we share together. It's been a really tough year, and this week, listening to people struggling with not being able to gather and be together and share together has been quite heartbreaking, and certainly something that has resonated with me. So this week, keeping in with the guidelines, what we'd like you to do is share with one another. It might be you bake a cake. It might be that you make a meal. It might be that you just take a can of pop round to somebody from church. But over this next week, we'd encourage you on your daily walk to share something with somebody else from church. Let them know that you're still thinking of them and that you still want to share. Let's share what we have with somebody else in love. So our prayer this week is that as we share what we have with someone else, that God will multiply that through love, and that will then go on to share with others. Amen.